he has GTA 6 by drawn out. So there's this guy named Cyberleak who has gotten a full actual build of the PC version of GTA 6. That has been proven by him shooting at the wall in a recent video, spelling out his own name. Rockstar is going to ruin this person's life, especially because they're putting their own crypto coin as with like a QR code over the footage, which is, extra super illegal. Not only just stealing it, all that, but dude, they're gonna, and I don't want this to happen because I'm totally pro CyberLeak, except for the fact that he's like selling the stuff. It's kind of shady and horrible, and I don't really like that part. It's kind of gross, but you know, he's claiming like he's this Robin Hood who's stealing GTA 6 to show to the people to like protest against Sony's diskless process and Rockstar's just endless greed. But then he's paying himself by selling a crypto coin, which is like the scammiest thing you can do in the process. So it kind of, it really sucks in a way. I wish that he was a little more of a hero, but it is what it is, I guess.
I have some kind of breaking news here. I don't think Rockstar fixed the leaks, because on August 18th, 2 videos and a map leaked. And then on August 19th, 2 more videos leaked. Now between these 4 videos, they revealed a lot of features. And then today, on August 20th, we have 1 video so far, but it confirms a big thing.
Yes,
it seems
it
the
does.
leaker has an actual build of the game. Now obviously I can't show this, but at the end of the video, he writes the word leak on the wall, and he spells it with 2 E's, which is what he likes to do. And I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because his character is like a leek, which is kind of like an onion in a way.
My jaw kind of dropped. It was already being speculated that he might have a build of the game, because all of the clips he was leaking.
And the reason my jaw dropped is because the game does not look amazing in any way. It literally just looks like GTA 5, but in a new city. It doesn't look like they've really upgraded the controls of the game. The graphics look a little shinier for sure, but like all the interactions with stuff, the controls, everything looks very bad. The basketball that he showed, it looks very bad. It looks so bad. It doesn't look bad, but it looks like GTA 5, I don't think that they've made any improvements since then. That's what it's seeming like.
Speaking from those 4 videos, only showed Jason, and he was always in the same clothes. And so, of course, people on the internet were doing what people on the internet do, and there was a lot of speculating going on. And it seems because of that is why he did this at the end of today's video. Yeah. So let's talk about the implications this might have. So first of all, it might be an older version of the game. There's a lot of bickering online about this, which I'll get into in a second. But the really big deal is that he has cutscenes. Or at least some. He has already leaked one that definitely annoys Rockstar, and so it's totally possible he knows the entire story. And
he did threaten to leak the ending. He did say he might leak the ending, which is crazy.
Has it? And the question becomes, will he leak that? I mean, I remember during the Fallout 4 hype, it was a few days before launch, and the whole story leaked for that game. So it could definitely happen. Now, the leaker himself seems to have some good and bad qualities. On the good side, he keeps preaching about gamers' rights and physical media.
Oh, physical media is a red herring. I said it once, but I'll say it again. Physical media is a red herring. The truth is that the actual problem is media ownership. Whether it's physical or digital, you should still own it. It doesn't matter. And I mean that to a full extent. I mean, if you buy a game on Steam, let's say, then you should own that game forever. And then, if you're done playing that game, you should be able to sell that Steam key that you had to somebody else, because it's yours.
He's definitely anti-editions like the $100 Ultimate Edition, and he's very anti-digital pre-order. Now, these are all good things to me. I like all of these things. What I don't like is crypto. I fucking hate crypto. And his crypto is plastered all over the leaks, and I just can't stand it. It's why I'm not even going to say his name, because his name is the name of the crypto. It's a whole thing. And he claims it's for a secret project, which that doesn't get gamers on your side at all.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think about that.
Don't think. Now, of course, it's entirely possible that he doesn't care at all about any of the good stuff and he only cares about his crypto. there's no real way to tell. But what we can
Yeah,
speculate on is when his
definitely
build
seems
is
that way.
from. And there are kind of two camps for this. There's the first one that believes it's from 2023 to 2024. And one thing that could point
Look,
to
but the
this
thing is no matter what his motives are, uh, he is damaging Rockstar, which is pretty funny.
is that it was encoded in FFmpeg 6.1. At
I'm
least the
sorry,
first
but
video.
I cannot defend a $1 billion company at the expense of gamers. Rockstar charging $80 for the uh, light version of the game, and then $100 for the full version of the game, but calling it the full version and then the ultimate is crazy, dude. Because there's so much content taken out of the $80 version of the game, and you're already paying 80 fucking dollars for it. It's absolutely absurd. What? Because you took 15 years to make it or whatever, and because you spent all this money on it, even though you're gonna make we all know you were gonna make it back in the first day, but because of that, you're gonna have to charge us $100 a piece now, or is it because you're trying to normalize it in the market, like Rockstar has done so many times before with so many other bad practices? Well, maybe Rockstar, maybe Bethesda, with the horse armor, the literal reason we have microtransactions. These are companies testing the water, seeing if they can get away with it, and then if they do, other people start to do it.
Was. This version was released in November 2023, and the current is 9.0.1. Now, this might actually be the weakest part of evidence here. We also have Nate the Hate, who claimed it was more than a year old, and he's just been a reliable industry insider for a long time. There's
Okay.
also the placeholder UI elements and the fonts. They're just obviously not complete yet. And possibly the best piece of evidence is that the leaker himself claims it's all 2023. That was something he said. Now for the 2025 to 2026 group, they point out that FFmpeg is just an encoder. And you can encode new footage with old tools, so it doesn't really matter what encoder he used. And another thing is that he has cutscenes, like I mentioned before. The one he used is just too perfect. It's very cherry-picked, like for exactly the situation he finds himself in here. So it's just a little weird. I mean, it's actually very weird. And like I said before, you got to be aware of potential massive leaks here because, I mean, there's a long way away till release still, like 3 months. I mean, anything could happen. Now, I'm going to word this.
I have a strong feeling, though, that the story is going to be pretty weak, honestly. I think this is going to be by far the weakest GTA story we ever had. All the main writers left the company. All the main writers left the company and the head composer. Laszlo's gone.
Next part very carefully. Reports have suggested. I'm just reporting the news. This is a ton of information that is already out there on many websites, including this one. So reports have suggested that there's going to be a fuel meter for vehicles. Vehicles will have their own storage that you can put guns and stuff in. There's going to be a morale.
They went with the Red Dead style of guns now. Instead of having your little gun wheel, which is like a staple of GTA, now they're saying, oh no, because we want it to be realistic, you can only have like one rifle and one pistol on you at any time. It's like, why though, dude? Come on, just let me have my guns. Don't do this to me.
Quality system, a 6-star wanted level, and just to be honest, many Red Dead Redemption 2 features.
Yeah,
and for a long time, a lot of
kind of feel like if you modded Red Dead to be GTA in a way, from what I've seen.
people thought GTA 6 was going to be Red Dead 2 and GTA 5 combined, but what it turns out, and what people are saying, is that it looks more like Red Dead 2 with GTA 4, which I think would make a much better game. Now let's talk about the previous leaker for a minute. Before he hacked Rockstar, he was under police protection at a hotel because he was already on bail for hacking. He had no computer. He used a TV, a Fire Stick, and his cell phone to hack Rockstar. It really goes to show when there's a will, there's a way. He was put on indefinite confinement at a hospital for this. But he was eventually released from that, and he's just currently sitting in normal jail awaiting trial. So these are some potential consequences to messing with Rockstar. It's kind of why most people don't do it, but
yeah, it's been said that he can face 40 to 50 years up to jail, or in jail if he gets caught. Which is insane, dude. That's crazy. The amount of protection we give to corporations is like 1,000-fold what we give to citizens.
But this guy seems to have some balls. Now, how has Rockstar responded this time? Well, they haven't officially, like at all. They haven't tweeted, they haven't said anything. but they do copyright strikes on the re-uploads of the clips, which
Yeah.
to me definitely suggests the footage is real. I mean, it wouldn't make sense otherwise, right? Now, they're also doing their extended look with Netflix in about a week, and I just bet these leaks are revealing a lot of what they wanted to show us. So it's definitely not cool in that sense. I mean, I'm sure watching the actual reveal by them would have been a lot better.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking about now though? This leaker, he kind of did us all a favor by adding in the cryptocurrency scam shit that he did. Because now it's really easy to say, you know, I don't give a fuck that Rockstar was hacked, and honestly I think it's very funny, but also that guy sucks because he's doing that. So like he's given us an out to disavow him easily without seeming like corpo scum. That's pretty nice of him. I mean, no, I mean, what a villain. What a horrible piece of shit or something like that. I don't know.
But I don't think that this is hurting them at all, and if anything, it's probably only helping them. But with that, I want you to remember that this is definitely not the creative marketing that Strauss mentioned that he would be doing for GTA 6. This is definitely not Rockstar leaking this themselves. And the reason for that is obvious. They wouldn't have a crypto thing going on with it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't allow that in their like their approved leaks. Like that just doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, my overall impressions are that it looks pretty great. I just got done replaying GTA 5 and I'm doing 4 now. And just so it's clear, I've played 3, Vice
Yeah,
City,
I mean,
San Andreas, 4,
game,
and 5. I never actually played
the gameplay does look fine. I'm not gonna lie. It looks pretty good. I bet the online mode will be pretty fun as long as they don't make it bare bones like they are one to do, and then try to piecemeal give us the game, 1 year at a time for 15 years straight. But I know the story's gonna suck. I know for a fact the story's gonna suck. All the lead writers left. I mean, everybody who wrote all the old GTA, they left all at the same time. If that doesn't say that they didn't like the direction the game was going, I don't know what does. Hey, what's up, Jessica? I don't trust GTA 6. That's good. There's good reason not to. It's it's shaping up to be a horrible event for us. And like, yeah, the game will probably be fine. It'll probably be fine. The gameplay will probably be pretty fun for a GTA. It'll be like Red Dead but with cars is what it'll feel like. The issue is the practices that they're leaving behind. It's the horse armor all over again. Where Bethesda put in the horse armor DLC, and now we've got microtransaction cosmetics everywhere. This is the $80 to $100. There's an $80 light version of the game, and then a $100 full version of the game, because that's how you should really look at it. And they're trying to normalize that for all of the gaming industry. It's crazy. What up, Algrim? They all left because Rockstar prevented a union, so instead they left. Yeah, because Rockstar seems to only care about maximizing profits for the people at the top and literally nothing else. I wonder how much money Strauss Zelnick makes a year to be the CEO.
the DLC for 4, so I'm going to do that this time. And I'd actually say 4 is my favorite because it introduced like a grounded feeling that 5 just
What
like
are we talking about? GTA 6 has been leaked online, and it's been proven for a fact that the guy has a playable build. Also, the playable build he has is on PC, which means that they have a PC version ready, and they're just withholding it from us on purpose because they're assholes.
completely took away. And it's looking like with the Red Dead influence that GTA 6 might be the most grounded of them all.
Strauss
Something
is
I
worth
absolutely
$500 million. Dude, anybody at that point, like, someone's evil if they're worth more than like I'd say like $150 million. Because then you can live an exorbitant lifestyle forever and ever, and so can your kids and their kids. If you have more than $150 million, you're probably an actual real life supervillain.
hate about 5 is that it feels like there's no progression in the game. You can just walk outside and basically find a supercar instantly in LA. And that is definitely represented in Los Santos. And what I'm hoping for 6 is that we get that feeling of progression, like a real you have to like earn it type of thing. You can't just walk out and find a supercar and start racing at 110 down the highway. I mean, real quick, something I also
No,
can't stand.
I like being able to find supercars. That's crazy. Can't wait for all the kids to be mad that they have to fuel their car up. Yeah, for real, dude. Although my daughter played some, my daughter's like pretty young, but she was playing some GTA and GTA 5. She was pulled up to the gas station. She's like, "How do I fill up my car?" I'm like, "You can't." She said, "That sucks."
And is that like basically there are no consequences beyond the initial police chase. Like if I steal a car and specifically a cop car, if I find a cop again, like there should be a chance that they recognize that it's the car that was stolen. Something like that I feel like would be
Yeah,
very cool. I know it's like
true.
not very GTA at all. It's pretty much a different game at that point, but I don't know. I think it'd be very cool.
Well, you need evolution of gameplay. You can't just release the same game over and over again and expect it to be great. GTA 6 needs to fail, I agree, but it won't. Unfortunately, it won't. It's already in pre-orders. It's already made a profit by a wide margin. It's made in the first like couple of weeks. It made like $4 billion or something like that. Yeah, it already succeeded, and it hasn't even come out yet. Most people who bought it, by the way, bought the $100 version, not the $80 version. I think it was like 83%. GTA 6 needs a Cyberpunk launch. Yeah, straight up, for real. Oh, that would be beautiful.
Crimson Desert is my current game of the year, but I
By
could
the way, speaking of Cyberpunk, did you see that the Witcher developers came out and publicly taunted their fan base and basically told them don't buy the game, which is a very strange strategy that's literally never worked before when they're talking about Witcher 4. It's like, dog, you guys just came out with Cyberpunk. It was horrible when it was released, totally broken. And yeah, sure, you gained some goodwill back by fixing it over the years, but now you're releasing The Witcher 4 and you're telling us, "Hey, don't buy it if you're like because we don't fucking agree with you or something." And it's like, "What are you This is horrible messaging. What are you guys doing?" You know why? Because they delivered so far, but not like EA Games or Blizzard. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They have the goodwill built up and they can spend it once, you know? They can do one big spin to the goodwill, release a shit game, or even just a mediocre game. And then the next game, like, there's not going to be a giant event for GTA 7. It's not going to be like GTA 6 where companies are saying, yeah, you can call out of work and it's totally fine for GTA 6. Like, that's not going to exist for GTA 7. This is the last big one because they're using all of their goodwill to release what I assume will be pretty good gameplay, probably pretty solid gameplay, but the story will be awful and the online will be a hollow shell of what GTA 5 is right now. It'll basically have nothing in it. I mean, they abandoned the fuck out of Red Dead 2. And Red Dead 2's online had so much potential, but they added in that gold currency, which they're going to do here too. They're going to add in a premium currency instead of just having the dollars you can buy. That ruined a lot of the progression in Red Dead 2. And then they're just going to abandon the game 4 years in and go back to developing GTA 5 for some reason. To blame the shareholders for that? For sure. For sure. Oh, yeah. Well, the board at least. Cyberpunk kept getting delays, not because of launch dates, but because the devs kept trying to push it back because it was not ready. Yeah, yeah, for real. And the developer, or the not the developers, the shareholders and the council of idiots at the top decided that no, you got to release it now. We need our money now. We don't care. Fun fact: Red Dead 2 still doesn't have a 60 FPS patch on current consoles. Really? What the fuck? Dude, I'm so sad about Red Dead 2 because me and all my friends were so into it. We were so ready for the online to be good. And then it came out and it just totally fucking sucked. Oh my god. I mean, it was fun for a little bit, but there was nothing to do in it. And then, years later, they had added like two things to the game. It finally looked like they were going in the right direction. And then they said, hey, guess what? We're abandoning it, but they released a whole ass GTA 5 next gen version. Yeah, and it's like why did Red Dead just cuz Red Dead was a universally beloved game. I mean they made South Park episodes about it. It was literally a universally beloved game, a generational game, and then they just completely abandoned it. It's crazy.
totally see this winning over it. I mean, Crimson Desert.
Red Dead 2 is Rockstar's best game. Agreed. At least from a single player point of view, for sure. And if the multiplayer would have been given what GTA 5 was given, the same kind of treatment, at least in some way, then it would have been unstoppable. Unstoppable. GTA 5 had more players. Well, GTA 5 had more payers. Uh, there was more stuff you could put into the game. That's what it really is. Because in GTA 5, you can add in endless amounts of cars, endless amounts of supercars, outfits, buildings, jet bikes, fucking yachts, all this crazy stuff. With Red Dead, you can't really keep doing that. Like, there's only so many Wild West outfits you can release before it's not the Wild West anymore. There's only so many horses that you can release before that's just all the horses, you know? Because GTA is the Starbucks of games. It's the McDonald's value meal of games.
Desert's really good, but it wouldn't be like better than a good GTA game. And something I'm still salty about is that GTA 5 beat The Last of Us in 2013, and it definitely didn't deserve that. The Last of Us absolutely should have won.
What is he talking about, dude? The Last of Us ruined video games, literally. The Last of Us and God of War have done so much damage to video games. And I'm not saying that The Last of Us was a bad game, because the first one was all right, I guess. But it made every single game developer think that they were some movie director and that they actually belonged in Hollywood and like our games are totally just art and you don't understand. And it's like, no, no, get back to making fun stuff. Although I will say on PC, Red Dead RP is doing really well. I do want to hop into that at one point. I've seen that and it does sound fun. The Last of Us have 3 remakes or something. Yeah, I think it does. I think it has straight up 3 remakes, which is crazy for a game that came out like 10 years ago or 13 years ago.
Also, on the leaks themselves, it is absolutely mind-blowing to think that he could have a build of GTA 6. And not just from like a jealous gamer type of thing, but GTA 6 is literally the biggest like media project ever worked on pretty much.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money riding here. And while I don't think leaking the main story would like hurt the game very much financially or anything, I mean, you never know. It really makes you wonder how secure Rockstar is. I mean, they've had a lot of leaks. If you go back to the first GTA 6 one, then after that we had all of their financials leak pretty much. And now this,
Yep.
where this guy potentially has a build of the game. What a disaster
That's
scenario.
crazy, dude.
Also, the
Like, you would, at this point, the investors are all like, why did I invest in this company? What am I doing here? Last of Us came out on PS3, which is 4 into the PS4, so they got a PS4 version made. Then for some reason, you got a whole ground up remake for the PS5 PC. Yeah, that's crazy. Despite looking fine, and then the Last of Us remaster, yeah. They just kept coming out with it, coming out with it. It's like, oh my god, guys, stop, dude. It's really not the masterpiece. Like everybody sucked that game's dick so hard that they thought they had to release it over and over again. They thought it was a masterpiece of unknown proportions. When in reality, the gameplay was all right. It was fine, and the story was pretty solid. It was a really good story, but that's all it was. I mean, it was basically like a glorified Telltale game where you can't make choices. So I don't know. I don't know. Last of Us is way overhyped. And they canceled the fucking multiplayer side project in the TV series. Oh my god.
there are a lot of very creative people who work at Rockstar and aren't just like the money.
Dude, the Spider-Man multiplayer game would have been sick as hell. There is someone working on a mod for the Spider-Man 1 game. Like the one that came out on PS5 and then came out, or PS4 and then came out on PC. There's someone working on a mod for that makes it multiplayer, where like just multiple Spider-Men can run around the city.
Money hungry freaks that you know about. And I can't help but feel a little bad for those specific people for when something like this happens. I mean, they spent a lot of time making this game as good as they can, hopefully at least. And yeah, it can't be a good feeling for them knowing that this guy might have a whole build of it. But yeah,
Dude. Well, you said, man, people say that Microsoft is boneheaded with cancellation, but Sony, geez, dude, Sony will get 99% of the way through a project and then cancel it. Like, they do that all of the time. It's actually kind of wild that they do that.
quite the story. It's shaping up to be probably the biggest gaming leak in history at this point. I mean, each day just comes with new stuff, so I mean, I don't know. I'm probably not going to make many main channel videos about this, so if you want to keep up more, and if more like stuff worth talking about comes out, then I will talk about it on my other channel, Drawn Out Notes. I'll put a link in the pinned comments. But But yeah, thanks for watching. Leave
Yeah,
a like.
that was a good video. I always like watching a drawn out video. He always makes good points. This GTA situation is hilarious, and honestly, Rockstar deserves every bit of it for real. Obviously, legally speaking, I don't condone it. Legally speaking, I definitely don't condone the leaks. Legally speaking, I think they're horrible. But I think it's fucking hilarious, and they definitely deserve it.